I don't really know where I'm going to go with this, but then again, I never do. I'm not a true comic book fan, and I feel for you true comic book fans. You've been done dirty as far as movie and TV shows go. Now, I'm not a fan. I'm a true fan. By that, I mean I like comics. There we go. I like comics. I thought they were cool as a kid and growing up. I really wanted to collect them, but due to the fact that, well, I just lived in odd places where the access to comic books wasn't there when I was a kid or a teenager, really. By then, I was busy doing other things, let's be real. I don't think I like that statement. Anyway, I my superhero knowledge starts with TV and the movies. Just experiencing Superman, Christopher Reeve's Superman, because I am old enough. That is my Superman, is Christopher Reeves. And I got to see all the Batmans. I saw Batman 89 in the theater. That was cool. Eh, I hope everybody gets to experience that one moment that just blows their mind, that they never thought that that's what they were going to see or experience, and just that moment of wow, this is it. It was really cool. And I also know it wasn't exactly Batman comics. I'm not a true comic book fan. I'm going back to that again. Yeah, I'm circling back. Bear with me. I didn't have it, but I always wanted to collect comics, and occasionally I'd buy some comics when I heard of something cool coming out. And when I was in my 20s, okay, I'd go pick up a couple, but I never got into it. I guess I liked the stories. When I heard stories from fans, those are incredible stories. There are incredible stories in those books. That's why they wanted them. What I don't understand is, why do they not want to tell them? Because I saw what was on the screen, and when you don't know the history, most of these movies are fine. Coming from not knowing the background of the characters, most of them have turned out fine. Now, when I did learn afterwards how a lot of these characters were different as I got older and experienced more stuff, and then especially with Disney blowing up Marvel, that brought it to the forefront, and suddenly there was a ton of comic book experts that knew exactly what was supposed to happen. But it was cool. I want to get my kids into it. I took them to comic book day at the comic book stores wherever we were a couple of times, so they could get some free comics and check it out. See if they liked it. I never thought they did until, well, the 4th of July, we went and saw our two oldest children. They're in their late 20s. They're adults. Men. They're okay. I'm not going to say that. They're adults. And I saw that on the second oldest on his shelf, he's got all of the Incredibles hardbound. Not the Incredibles. Is it Incredibles? Invincibles. There we go. That's right. I watched the first half of the first season and I've never gotten back to it. That's a me problem. But he fell in love, and I really liked the fact that he found something out of it. That's all I wanted. I wanted him to find something one of them might enjoy to do. And I think out of four, one did, so that's not bad. if you're a wrestler. Um, I can see the pain every time one of these people complains about how the movies are versus the books. I go back and I look at the book that's in reference or the attitude in reference, or whatever, and it's shocking just how different they are. And I can see why comic book fans are angry with Hollywood and all of them because they just can't do it right. And what baffles me is the refusal to try. There was a time where directors wanted to tell the story the best way. They saw a story and they thought, great, or characters or something. They thought this would be great to tell. I want to put that on the screen, except I want to change 90% of it and maybe not use half of those characters. I'll use that one. That one's going to be a villain now. And we'll throw in my dog too. That's going to be the new team. And instead of going in space, they're going to be underwater. What is that? These are great stories. Supergirl, you blew it. You absolutely blew it. James Gunn, lost all my respect. All of it. I don't care. You talk a lot, but you prove that you know nothing when you speak. Which just sucks, because Guardians 1, 2, and 3, beings I don't know the comics, I thought those were really good movies. I enjoyed them. I even watched I used to watch the first one just to listen to it while doing other things because I enjoyed it that much. Now I can't watch any of them. It's just irritating to think how messed up everything is. And also, I just don't. I've seen all of them enough. I just don't want to. Just tell the story that's there. That's all the comic book fans want you to do. And you know what? If you actually tell the story the fans like, they'll get excited for your movie and they will tell their friends and family to go see it. And if they have stuff, social media, they'll tell social media to go see it too because they think it's going to be a really good movie. But you don't. You fight them every step of the way. Why? It looks like you actually have good stuff there, but you're blowing it. And comic book fans, don't listen to this. If it's in the comic, then it's, we can, the last thing I heard, they said, well, it's in the comics, so it's okay. Now, that worked when you didn't own the comics. Now that you can change the comics to be whatever you want them to be, to back up whatever movie you want to make, you're still doing the same thing. You're taking the characters and tearing them apart and putting your own creation in its place and saying you're making the same thing. You are not. And you're going broke because of it. I'm not going to change your minds. But comic book fans, again, I feel for you. Jean Grey, oh my God. I've never seen that character in as you guys see it. As you see Jean Grey in the comic books, I've never seen her. I've only seen the Fox movies and X-Men back when I was a kid. The first X-Men show from the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, somewhere in there. It was a long time ago. I gotta stop saying that. Filler words are a terrible thing, and I don't understand why I picked it back up. I know that's a sidetrack, but I have in the past been good at actually speaking and not using fillers like that when I tell something that I want to get across. Now, again, I guess I am new to this speaking thing again, means the only people I can speak to I'm either married to or related to, and they don't want to speak to me with what I want to talk about because I want to talk about this stuff and they don't care. That's a long way to get back around to I feel for you. I mean, the spider the Spider-Man keeps making the money because everybody loves Spider-Man. And I don't think they all like the same Spider-Man. They have this idea of what Spider-Man is, so they all keep going to it. They all know full well that they don't know the other characters from the other comics, so they don't get as excited. But I know the suit, I know the web slinger, I know all that, so I'm gonna run and go. And well, they've screwed up Superman so many times. What do you do? Uh, I know I keep looking down here like I'm looking at notes or something, but it's just the hood on my truck. It's just pearl paint. That's it. It's I mean, they turned Jean Grey into a criminal and are trying to justify the actions as something noble. What the hell is that? That's not noble. And I guarantee if you change the character around and tell the story back to them, they're not going to say Jean Grey is a hero. They would tell you that she was a criminal. But they want you to believe that this character that they've created, because it's not Jean Grey, it's whatever Sadie Sink is, her the actress. It's whatever she wants it to be, apparently. It's bad. But the movie is still good, apparently. I haven't gone to see it yet. But it's doing good. Supergirl sucked. Superman was fine. And really, the rest of them I just don't care about. Not anymore. It's been torn down, it's been pulled apart. And now they're changing the comics to defend their choices in the movies. And I don't know for sure, but I have this idea that that's what they are doing. So if anybody was curious, you could go back and see how many times they have done something in the movies and then it came out in the comics that, ooh, they were doing that the whole time. See, so it's fine. Or conveniently enough, they started writing a comic book the way they wanted to take the character years before they ever got to that character switch. So when they got there, they could point at the comic books and say, see, it's canon. I know I repeated that twice in this video, but I think it needs to be said twice. Don't fall for them manipulating the system. Those of you who aren't fans of comic books and just like the movies, you're the ones most susceptible to this because the comic book fans, they're either going to go or they're not. And I don't understand the movie theaters, the movie makers, they've lost touch with everything. Why do you think taking a story and changing it totally to fit your desires is going to get people to flock to it? I know James Gunn and Christopher Nolan, they are god level people. Just ask them, they'll tell you. I will not watch their movies ever again. I find them both pompous hypocrites. It's too bad because I did like them, and they do make good looking movies. Too bad they can't tell stories. Well, I guess I'll end with a tagline. I am the blue collar NPC. Can't even say my own name. Who I am really doesn't matter. You wouldn't remember my name anyway. But that's all I have for you tonight. Thank you for your time. I don't think I'll do that again.